Now it makes sense. We just got confirmed by Zero Hedge that $1.40 XRP is coming, guys, and we were the first people to call it, by the way, when it does truly happen. Always remember and never forget. Why? This has to be a wonderful chart, guys. This is basically a crystal ball chart. Okay, now nothing is ever guaranteed, but this chart right here says $1.40 per XRP is coming. Quite soon, if you ask me. Like, extremely soon, like probably this week. Who knows? So, Zero Hedge tweets out, Bitcoin pukes, everything follows. Now, when this happens, guys, obviously you would like to buy, right, instead of sell. Okay, so do not sell. And if you can't buy, just hold on at this point. Okay, now, so he's showing a chart of Bitcoin and Nasdaq, the correlation between the two. Okay, so Bitcoin is this like reddish line, guys, and then Nasdaq is this blue line. Okay, so they always, right, go together. Where is Bitcoin right now? At 86K. Okay, but where is Nasdaq? At 25K. Okay, so this is a Nasdaq chart, guys, and so right now it's at 25,000, but right now it should be all the way lower, like at 24-ish K. It's not though, right? It's decoupled from Bitcoin. So are we about to see a rollover happening with the stock market? Okay, because Bitcoin's all the way down there, but Nasdaq is up here, guys. Okay, so now if we go to the Nasdaq chart really quickly, well, let's turn on the RSI. And what do we notice about the RSI, guys? Okay, so Nasdaq came to this low, and then it started pumping. The RSI did too. But usually bottoms are formed when there's a bullish divergence confirmed, guys, such as on the daily. So if we somehow see, right, since this chart should be right here by now, but it's not, it's lagging behind Bitcoin, which in due time is going to fall, guys. And then if there's much more momentum coming into selling this asset, it's going to dive deeper, right? The RSI will come lower as well. When this time does come, guys, we want to see the RSI hold above this point, okay? We want to see it hold above that point, guys, for a bullish divergence. And then probably right here, XRP is at $1.40 or something, okay? It's going to be like 150, 140, around that region, guys, okay? And then they're going to reverse it much higher. So that's what I think is happening here, especially when we look at Bitcoin's chart, okay? Now, the narrative that seems to be brewing here is this, right, to accompany the dump. From Eleanor, new, deep banking back in the spotlight after JP Morgan drops strike CEO. A JPM spokeswoman declined to the comments on the Jaguars incident, but stressed that the bank serves crypto companies across the industry. Okay, so deep banking back in the spotlight after JP Morgan drops strike CEO. And how wonderful that this comes about, you know, when we're dumping and whatnot. So deep banking is back in the focus this week after a prominent crypto CEO said the US's largest bank abruptly closed all of its accounts. Okay, the CEO of Bitcoin payments company Strike took a tongue-in-cheek approach after JP Morgan informed him in a September 2nd letter that it was closing his accounts over undisclosed concerns concerning activity, posting a photo of the framed notice on X. A proud moment. So proud I got it framed, and here it is. So important info. We have decided to close your accounts. After careful consideration, we have decided to close your accounts. We understand this is disruptive and want to share more information with you about our responsibilities as a financial institution. During the course of ongoing monitoring, we identified concerning activity on your account or an account that you are associated with, right? Well, obviously it has a tie to cryptocurrencies, right? They don't just randomly close accounts for no reason, guys. They need an excuse, right, for this dump, I'm guessing, and they're attacking this CEO right here, okay? The perfect sacrifice, if you will. So this is Operation Choke Point, guys, and the move comes as the Trump administration pushes to crack down on debanking. So how does that make sense, right? Trump administration bullish on cryptos. On the other hand, we see CEOs of these crypto exchanges getting debanked by the TradFi system. Quote, the system is currently designed to incentivize prudence around AML, noting that the situation may have not been specific to crypto. End quote. Wow. So they're saying here that it may not be tied to crypto, but I'm pretty sure it is, guys. Right? 100% it has to be. It's just too much of a coincidence for it not to be. And then here comes strategy, especially when you see JP Morgan, fudding strategy here. Not really fudding, it's probably the truth, right? But again, this narrative comes in with the dump that's coming up soon. So Saylor is panicking, Jensen is panicking, Sam Altman is panicking, Jerome Powell is panicking, Trump admin is panicking, real estate investors are panicking, private credit lenders are panicking, auto lenders are panicking. Why? Strategy tweets out, if Bitcoin drops to our $74,000 average cost basis, we still have 5.9x access to convertible debt, which we refer to as the Bitcoin rating of our debt. At $25,000 per Bitcoin, it will be 2x. Okay, guys, so why are they talking about 25k per Bitcoin here? Right, to probably calm the investors' nerves down. But if you're bringing out the worst case scenario, then you know something's wrong. Okay, like this reminds me of it was somebody, I think the Terra Luna situation. Okay, they're like deploying more liquidity, and then Sam Bankman-Fried was like, everything is okay, safe and sound. Right? So this is definitely a warning, guys. Look at this, preferred equity. What does that come out to, guys? Right? MicroStrategy, I guess they're gonna go after them. This is a perfect excuse for a dump. At the same time, JP Morgan can buy up the dump, reverse it higher, and then because MicroStrategy isn't collapsing right now, right? This is just a narrative that's going to attach with the dump. Oh, talking about MicroStrategy, I was actually looking at MicroStrategy chart here, and I'm like, okay, where could it go to? Okay, well, I checked this out, guys. So I put out a fib here, okay. Now, if we go to the weekly chart of MicroStrategy, now I'm guessing this is the correct stock, right? It's crazy because this thing is heavily oversold, right? While all this news and everything comes about, guys. I think it's gonna go down to $1.30. $130 here, right? 13. Okay, that's another drop of 20-ish%. The last time this stock dropped 20%, XRP dumped about the same. Okay, about the same amount. Okay, so I think because there's just so much support here, you guys can see, right? So I think it's gonna come down there, guys, for the bottoming out price action, right? So another 20% drop, which matches up with Bitcoin going to 74k and XRP to $1.40. It could be a little bit higher though, right? I don't know the exact number, but around that region. And then what's going to happen is JP Morgan will be gobbling up the Bitcoin supply as much as possible, and then they're going to reverse it higher. Then they're going to sell. So just in $4 trillion, JP Morgan filed to launch a leveraged Bitcoin product linked to the performance of BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. JP Morgan is embracing Bitcoin here. Okay, so JP Morgan is offering institutional clients a structured Bitcoin product using IBIT that pays off if Bitcoin takes off in 2028 with some downside protections and parameters baked in. Here's how it works via the block. Right, so they're launching these products, guys, while they're funding MicroStrategy, which takes down Bitcoin's price. They're going to buy and reverse it higher. So that's a little bit odd. Why are they selling MicroStrategy shares if they're bullish on Bitcoin? Again, to bring upon this dump narrative. JP Morgan's proposed instrument will set a specific price level for BlackRock's IBIT fund next month. In approximately a year, if IBIT is trading at a price equal to or greater than the set price, the notes will be automatically canceled and investors will receive a guaranteed minimum return of 16%. Wow. So, if, however, IBIT's price is lower than the set price a year from now, the notes will not be called, and participating investors will ride the investment out until 2028. Should IBIT pass JP Morgan's next set price by the end of 2028. Investors will earn 1.5x on their investment with no cap, meaning if Bitcoin shoots up by 2028, investors stand to earn a hefty return. That's not happening. 2026 is the collapse, so don't be fooled here. Do not be fooled by these new products getting launched. We told you that during the collapse, there's going to be shiny objects they're going to try to lure you in with. Don't let it be you. Okay, JP Morgan says crypto's emerging as a tradable macro asset class. Crypto's moving away from resembling a venture capital style ecosystem to a typical tradable macro asset class supported by institutional liquidity rather than retail speculation. And then down here, they suggest that, well, cryptocurrency prices are now more influenced by broader economic trends rather than crypto's predictable 4-year halving cycle. The process where the rate of new supply of Bitcoin is cut in half and followed by a bull market rally. One speaker noted that it could potentially reach 240,000 over the long term, thus indicating it's as a multi-year growth play. Now, do you guys understand what's happening? Before 2020, they're going to collapse it, but for now, they're going to try to buy up as much as Bitcoin before this rally heads to hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's why the dump is being manufactured right now. It's simple as 1, 2, 3, right? So the timeline of MicroStrategy hit job is complete. It all makes sense now. JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley are launching leverage IBIT products. The connection, who is MSCI, Morgan Stanley Capital International. The play, the index threatens to displace their competitors, such as MicroStrategy, and the banks file products to capture displaced capital into IBIT, right? So they're trying to take down MicroStrategy here. But advertise their own products, right, from JP Morgan and whoever else it may have been. So they're trying to kill MicroStrategy to engineer a migration to their products for Bitcoin leverage exposure. Exactly, guys. Right. So this is a clean play, guys, for them to set the bottom quite soon, and then they're going to turbo it up again. No, financial advice. I'll be ready. Prepare for the finale here, for the bottom to be created. But anyways, guys, hope it's amazing. See ya.